nothing subtle about Toby Keith. He's 6'4" of big country hits.
I love this bar.
He mostly sings about drinking and women.
Come and get it.
And women and drinking.
Gonna get drunk and be somebody.
A one-man money machine, he's sold upwards of 25 million albums. He's got a growing chain of restaurants.
Toby Keith.
And this past week, his first movie came out about a fading country singer.
You're still this Neanderthal good old boy, getting drunk, acting like a fool.
I don't drink anymore.
With all of that, Toby Keith considers himself first and foremost a songwriter.
God's gift to me was to be a writer, and that's what I do best of all, and I'm as gifted at that as anybody.
He's worked hard and fought hard every step of the way. Grew up in Oklahoma, played football in high school and a bit of semi-pro ball, worked in the Oklahoma oil fields until jobs dried up. All the while, he struggled to make it in country music. He got his first record released in 1993, and Should Have Been a Cowboy went to #1 on the country charts.
I should have been a cowboy. I should have learned to rope ride.
But the song that made Toby Keith a superstar was his emotional response to the attacks of 9/11.
American girls and American guys will always stand up and salute. We'll always recognize when
He says he wrote Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue in 20 minutes, just days after the attacks, partly as a tribute to his father, who was a veteran. It's subtitled The Angry American, and it doesn't mince words.
You'll be sorry that you messed with the U.S. of A. 'Cause we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way.
The song brought him lots of attention, pro and con. He had a full-out feud with Natalie Maines of the Dixie Chicks, who called it ignorant.
The bad part is, instead of people just saying, hey, I don't like that song, all of a sudden they call you names. As you're a redneck, you're a right-winger, you're automatically a Republican, you're automatically all these things, and they just...
Red Stater.
Yeah, Red Stater.
Keith rode the song and the controversy all the way to the bank. Once again, he had a #1 hit. He followed that with American Soldier.
An American soldier, an American.
It's become a favorite of U.S. forces overseas, many of whom have gotten to know Toby Keith. He spends a couple of weeks a year visiting them in USO shows. What do you get out of playing for the troops?
I just get to pump their fists and thank them for what they do.
Wonderful what you do with the troops.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And you can see his connection to the military in the fans who came to see him just a few days ago in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Your dads?
Like little Sergio Morales Walker.
You proud of your daddy? All right, I'll sing you a song, all right?
And I want to thank the boys and girls proud enough and brave enough to wear our country's uniform wherever they are in the world tonight.
But here's where it gets a little subtle, because while Toby Keith says he's 100% behind the troops, he confesses he has his doubts about whether they should be in Iraq.
When the Iraq War started, I was a little mad because we hadn't finished what we started in Afghanistan. But our troops had to move on into Iraq. Our government asked them to go do it for whatever reason. We won't know for probably 20 or 30 years whether it was the right thing to do or not.
Amen, Hawk.
Thank you.
When are you going to sing with us?
And while he has supported President Bush, if you think you've got him pegged as a conservative, not so fast.
It's amazing how many Republicans call me for support, and then they go, you're Republican, right? You go, well, I'm actually a lifetime Democrat. And then they go, oh, sorry. And the Democrats want so bad, the real liberals really want to hate me, and then they go, I still hate you, but I can't believe you're a Democrat. They just don't know how to. So I'm not a real political guy. I'm a very patriotic guy.
Toby Keith says he trusts one person's instincts, his own. He runs his own record label now, and despite all the drinking and cheating songs, he's been married for 22 years and has 3 kids.
My latest album's called White Trash with Money. Some some sorority chick called my daughter, said she shouldn't be in the sorority because she's just white trash and money, and she laughed, and my wife was all upset, but I thought it was a great album title.
It's another example of the fight-back spirit he's carried through his life. Ask him about 9/11, and he's just as angry as he was when he wrote his famous song almost 5 years ago.
We're at war with the terrorists, and that if we don't try to do something about it, that it's going to keep happening here until some of our freedoms are lost.
So he ends every concert these days with his songs dedicated to the troops and 9/11, American Soldier, and courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. For Toby Keith, it's a star-spangled tribute to fighting the good fight.
If you believe in it enough, it's worth fighting for. And if you're not going to fight for it, then you deserve to be dictated to, you know, and I'm not willing to do that.